and beautiful. It's been our theme each Sunday. The cross is the place where our brokenness meets God's love. Lent, the season of Lent, has a way of bringing us into that place, revealing our brokenness and drawing us into God's love again, which is waiting for us and ready for us and eager for us, eager to celebrate our return. Well, I was showing Sam and McKenna these crosses. I'm wearing a lot of crosses today, but and there's a multimedia close-up of them so you can see better. I want to show you these because they're connected both to today's gospel with the big welcome, but also I need your participation for our Good Friday service. Because I want you to send me, so in the next 2 weeks, I want you to send me a digital picture of a cross that's meaningful to you. And I want you to tell me how you're connected to that, what its significance is for you. And maybe that's a cross, like one that you wear, or it's hanging on the wall, or you saw this somewhere else, whatever. But it's part of the tradition of the Good Friday service. The adoration of the cross. And if there ever was a day to come and worship God's Son and see the love of God's Son for you and me, it's Good Friday. So we'll think about that. Look for your pictures and stories. But anyway, what you notice about those crosses, again, there you go. They're my favorites because of this, a big welcome. And that is the hinge of the door that was swung wide open in this parable of the prodigal son. The hinge of the story, that welcome. But if we take a few minutes to tend to details, we'll see what a truly over-the-top and grand welcome was given. But it begins with a breakup. Maybe probably incited by this practice of primogeniture in the time of the Old Testament, but I bet there are stories in our ancestors' lives, immigrants coming to America too. And this was a practice of favoring the firstborn son with the inheritance. And maybe he got everything, he got the farm and everything, or sometimes he got a bigger share, and then if there was a younger son or sons, they got smaller portions. And so the breakup happens around that. The younger son was bound to leave, but what an insult to ask for his inheritance from his dad before his dad even died. And you get the sense that this son was troubled before this happened. There's more than a hint of the son's immaturity and that he's got an attitude, I'm out of here. He leaves and sets out to, he learns the world's bigger than him, but in the process he burns up all the cash that he's given in self-indulgent ways till there is no more. And just when he is reaching that personal point of calamity and moment of truth and consequences, a famine strikes the whole land. And so that, all the money he kind of spent on other people, nobody has any way to reciprocate or pay him back or help him out. And the only job that he can find is to tend the pigs of a Gentile farmer. And the only food he has to eat is the pig food. Pigs were despicable to the Jewish people, unclean animals. And we need to imagine this condition for a minute. Have you ever driven by a hog farm in Iowa? Imagine that. To help us imagine this now repulsive figure of the younger son coming home, covered in filth, smelling like filth. Now, we begin to be ready to hear about this welcome. This over-the-top welcome. There's a suggestion that the father has actually been taking time each day to walk maybe up on a rise on the property where he could look out. He's been looking for his son to return with heartache and longing. And he finally sees him. And what's more amazing, that he recognizes that that is his son. As unrecognizable in this condition this younger son is returning in, he knows that's his son. Even far off,